Let me tell you something. I'm getting kind of tired of this. NFL players and NBA players, our athletes, our professional athletes out there. I mean, you can support who you want to support. I'm not saying you can't. When you're sitting there supporting BLM, you're talking about defunding the police. Okay. Oh. Then you got these fans out here. These fans out here saying, oh, well, them taking a knee and talking about defunding the police. Well, that's not affecting me. That's not affecting me at all. So I'm going to keep watching the games and I'm going to keep supporting these guys. It doesn't bother me at all. They're not affecting me personally. Let me give you a little bit of education here about these guys. You're especially NBA and NFL players. All right, because they're the two biggest ones supporting BLM and taking a knee and talking about defunding the police. Your NBA players, your minimum paid NBA players out there makes $898,000 a year. $898,000. That's a rookie. That's first year. Your max paid makes anywhere between $30 million to $41 million. With your buddy LeBron James, who's one of the top paid players, but also one of the bigger activists, I guess you could say, with the NBA, he makes a cool $37 million a year. Now your NFL players out there, your training squad makes $8,400 a week. Your training squad. So that's about $436,000 a year for a training squad. With your max NFL players making anywhere between $30 to $35 million a year. My buddy Drew Brees, who's now starting to take a knee. I'm a big Saints fan, just not this year. But Drew Brees is signed on with a cool $25 million contract. I'm gonna tell you, this is freaking crazy. All right, you talking about these guys making multi-million dollars, signing multi-million dollar contracts out there, taking a knee, supporting BLM, talking about defunding the police. Now let me ask you something. Now I know every single state is different. Every single city is different when it comes to paying our law enforcement officers. But on average, in the United States, on average, a first-year law enforcement officer makes anywhere between $22,000 to $28,000 for the first year. All right, on average, depending on how long you've been in there, your rank and all, if you've been in there for at least just say 10 years, your pay would probably be around $61,000 for a year. Well, that's a far freaking cry from $800,000 and $400,000. That's crazy. It's crazy. So let me ask you something. All these people out there screaming, oh, well, I'm going to keep watching them because, them taking a knee, it doesn't personally affect me. We start defunding the police. All right, all of a sudden you got officers quitting, officers being laid off. You have a shortage in protective gear. What would happen if these officers sat there and said, hey, look, we can't provide security detail for your games. We can't provide security detail for you getting off the buses, showing up to your games, hotel rooms. We can't provide you any kind of security detail. Do you seriously think these multi-million dollar athletes are going to even come out of their planes, come off of their buses, or out of their hotel rooms, knowing they're not about to get any kind of security protection whatsoever? Do you think they're going to go and try to play a game knowing there's no kind of security detail whatsoever at the game? Some of y'all say, okay, well, we'll just bring in the military. Did you know that the average military, starting off, privates, make about average $20,000 a year? Depending on your rank and how long you've been in there, you can make upwards of $120,000 a year, which is still considerably less than the minimum paid players in the NBA and NFL. So if they sat there and say, okay, well, look, we're not going to go out there and cover you guys either. We can't. We're spending all of our time protecting our country. We can't sit there and try to protect professional athletes when we got an entire country to protect. So do you seriously think that these professional athletes are going to go play a game with no kind of security detail whatsoever? No. They're going to sit at home, not playing, so they're not getting paid, crying about they have no protection whatsoever. Now they're going to be broke because they ain't going to make all their millions of dollars. And then all you fans out there screaming, oh man, these guys ain't hurting me at all. They're not affecting me at all. Blah, blah. I'm going to support them. Taking the knee doesn't hurt nothing, this, that, and the other, blah, blah. And all of a sudden you're going to, wait, they can't play? They're not going to play? They don't have security detail? So they're not going to play? Well, now it's going to affect you. Now you're upset about it. You guys are doggone ridiculous. Doggone ridiculous. The same people out there screaming, defund the police, are going to be the first ones to call the police when they need help. The same people out there that support the police, but also support our athletes out there that are screaming defund the police with our before our Black Lives Matter group out there. The same fans out there that are trying to support the police, knowing that the athletes are trying to defund the police is what they're supporting. Y'all gonna start screaming that, oh man, this ain't fair, now it's affecting me. How about you start affecting them now? Instead of defunding the police, defund our athletes. Why would we sit here and support these multi-million-dollar athletes, multi-billion-dollar industries? Why would we want to support them when they're out there talking about defunding the police? These people don't care about you. They care about their paycheck. So we start defunding the police out there, and we have less law enforcement. They don't care. They're going to go sit up there in their little rich old mansions with their paid security, private security, this, that, and the other. I mean, they don't have a worry in the world. Us out here at the bottom of the hill, I'm telling you, until our professional athletes out there gets politics out of the game, and they start showing support for the people that are out there protecting not just us, not just the country, but is also protecting them. As long as they're supporting BLM and supporting defund the police, I say we start defunding them. Don't watch the game. Find something else to do to preoccupy your time. Because if you don't defund them, and I believe it's only going to take 1 year. 1 year just to fund them. Don't turn on the game on TV. Don't buy their merchandise for 1 year. I guarantee you their tone's going to change. Guaranteed. But I believe I'm talking on deaf ears and a lot of you fans out there. And like I said, I'm a fan too, but I'm a fan who believes in our military and a fan who believes in our law enforcement above professional athletes. I know I'm speaking on deaf ears when I'm telling everybody this, but I just had to get it off my chest. You guys need to grow up.